Today we will analyze this player a bit and look more into the CAN matchup on specific things. So we start this match with a sonic boom and a frame perfect flash kick in charge time. So if you can be consistent with the sonic boom into a flash kick with the charge time, there will be no... they can never jump at you, really. There is no point in trying to. If they are going to jump, they need to gamble. So here you are setting up the sonic blade very close to CAN, and we will look into this afterwards. We will take a look at CAN's sweep attack after and see what we can do from all distances. So this time the CAN player jump a tiny bit earlier and is able to beat your... this time you had charge time 41 frames instead of 45, and I don't know if you could have charged any longer than that either. But we can find a solution for this thing here, definitely. So we will look into this afterwards too. This is a bit of a rare situation where they dash forward and they get counter hitted with a sonic boom, but you get +6 here, and we will look into what we will check with afterwards instead. You are waking up here after you're getting thrown without back rolling, and can dash easily forward and throw again. So we will look into this a bit after too, what our options are during mid-screen. Here you go for a delay tech that unfortunately get blown up by a shimmy, but right after you wake up with a OD flash kick that I really like to get rid of him here. So right here you're pretty even in health, but 3 hard kicks from CAN connects and you have a half compared to CAN right now. So we will look into this hard kick from CAN after. One of the harder angles to anti-air from, but standing medium kick would have helped you out here. Here it traded with the JURI from CAN, and unfortunately you did not survive from this. So we will look into the JURIs a bit more afterwards.
Flash kick.
So from this range we need to be very careful of what buttons we throw out, because of this hard kick from CAN, what he can get out from it from a punish hit counter. So to throw a sonic boom and drive rush after is such a good thing to get the space back needed to... like here you are in the mid screen already again. Unfortunately the Sobat get punished with a big jumping combo. I like that you wait a bit between every thrown boom here, just to make sure if the CAN player tries something goofy like to jump in there. As I said in the beginning of the round, we need to be very careful of what buttons we press, otherwise we will get whiff punished like this, and it hurts a lot. I think it's good that you are taking it a bit slow here, so you don't get hit by the OD Hadouken into a drive rush and dies. And eventually you find the opportunity to get your comeback here and take the round. So this is a very good conversion from you. So by being patient and wait for the right moment to capitalize, you turn this around and won this round. And you both start the third round with almost the same amount of super bar, so it's all good from here. I like the very traditional Guile play here, throwing sonic booms and try to keep them out, but there is a big downside to this, and this is jumpins that they will eventually find their way in, and then there will be a lot of uphill battles from here. So around here you're starting to get the space back needed to start to move and try to space and try to push yourself out again, which is nice. Unfortunately, the cam players find a way in again through the jumping, but the next time he jumps you anti-air him real well. And you could do a drive rush right after that to get some pressure on Oki on his wake up. I like that despite you being thrown in the corner, just keeping it cool here and try to find your way out, which you do. So here you try to jump back and the air Tatsu hits you in the air. We will look into this a bit more, how the properties of Ken's OD Tatsu, how it behaves and what we can do when we see it. This is not Ken specific matchup things, but when we wake up here with this much health left, we need to be more prepared of a DI than ever before. First off, we are in the corner, and for the second part is that we cannot defend against a DI with a DI back because we will die. So we will need to prepare for using a parry here. And the cam player actually DI'd. So it's very hard to be prepared in these situations with a parry, but we can try to practice it once in a while, to even when we have more health, to actually parry a DI from time to time too. So overall, when I see your Guile, I think you have a very good understanding of the base Guile gameplay. Your charge time seems to be on point, and the only thing you need to practice more is the distance between some of the buttons you are using, and to drive rush more after to get the pressure going offensive wise, because we cannot rely all the time on just zoning and keeping them out with sonic booms and pokes. Eventually they will find their way in. So now we will have a few things to look into afterwards. Some things that are universal and some things that are Ken specific. So let's check them out and see what we can do more around those things.
Make sure to subscribe and give a like and leave a fancy comment below. Shooty.
We will look into the Sonic Blade, both universal and Ken specific, how we can use it in this matchup. So when it comes to the Sonic Blade, we need to understand that every single character can actually punish this move. Most characters can punish it with a low attack, such as a sweep or crouching medium kick, depending on if they can distance themselves correctly. And some characters also have specific moves that can counter this move also, and Ken is one of them, like here. Guile putting out the medium blade over and over, and I tried to punish this move by just doing the run into Shoryuken, and it wasn't really hard at all to actually punish this after a few tries. Ken really just need to press 2 kicks once he sees the blade coming out. That's the only thing he needs to do. If Ken are closer, he can use the crouching medium kick into corner carry like this. So, and also he can also use his OD Hadouken to counter the blade. So overall in this matchup, you should use this move very sparingly, like almost never, because you really don't need to use it in order to zone Ken out. We will take a look at Ken's sweep attack after and see what we can do from all distances. So if we block this, this is a -10 move from all ranges. So the easiest punish we can do back is our own sweep. It doesn't matter for Ken if he tries to space it correctly, because he can't. The sweep will always be able to punish this. So we can use the sweep target combo if we feel like to punish him a bit harder and to get some space. We can also use the crouching medium kick or a flash kick if he is a bit closer. If Ken space this very poorly, we can damage him with a more damaging combo like this. From most ranges, crouching medium kick into a flash kick works. When it comes to whiff punishing, we can use the Sobat or the hard kick. The hard kick works wonders because we can do a level 1 or a level 3 if we want to. So we will look into how we can find solution of throwing a sonic boom close and still be able to charge in time. In my Sonic Boom Part 2 guide, I talked about pre-charging, which is we put forward and down back again before pressing punch. So we're charging the flash kick before we even have thrown the Sonic Boom. So we will actually start charging the flash kick before even the first charge is thrown, the Sonic Boom. So if your opponent feel like jumping, yeah, they can pretty much try to. You can do this with perfect Sonic Boom too, but it's much harder to get the charge in time, but it's still possible from time to time. This is a bit of a rare situation where they dash forward and they get counter hitted with a Sonic Boom, but you get +6 here, and we will look into what we will check with afterwards instead. So when we get a perfect Sonic Boom, we get +6 on counter hit. That if we are close enough, we can connect into a crouching medium punch into a flash kick, or a crouching medium punch into another Sonic Boom. We can also use some bar to extend the combo with something more damaging. I did not lab this too much, but this works against every character. So just make sure to be prepared for this. We will look into the difference between waking up on the spot or back rolling when Ken throw us mid-screen, to see what we can do about it depending on what we are choose to do. So if we try to wake up with a jab on, if we recover in place, Ken will actually be able to beat us clean here if he times it correctly. And he can also throw loop us from this. So we need to understand that if we roll back instead, we have a lot of other options. So if we look into back rolling instead, so first of all, he cannot double dash forward and throw loop us from this. So the only thing Ken can really do to hunt us after is to either drive rush or to do a heavy dragon lash kick. And the heavy dragon lash kick he gets plus on if we block this. So we need to be prepared for this to flash kick it on wake up. If we choose to recover in place with a wake up jab, it beats the heavy dragon lash, but if Ken does a light version, it beats the wake up jab. So if you choose to wake up in place or recover backwards, it's up to you, as long as you know what kind of options CAN has, so you can defend from it afterwards. CAN's standing hard kick is a very good thing to use in neutral, so we will look a bit into what our options are against it. From CAN's standing heavy kick range, we need to be very careful of pressing small buttons like crouching light punch and crouching medium punch in order for him to punish hit counter us. Because a lot of CAN players fishing for this in order to do this combo. On block it's -5 and punishable with a light flash kick from some ranges. Our standing light kick travels very far and is able to punish CAN from more ranges, but he can also space it correctly. As whiff punishing goes, hard kick is a very strong tool against this button too. Also, our classic normal sweep works wonderful against this. The hard kick is a very strong button to use here. It's quite easy to punish and you don't put yourself in any very big punishable situation after if CAN can block it. This goes also with the Sobat. It's a very easy move to use, but punishing with the Sobat can be hard to connect with a light kick after. There are many ways to whiff punishing this move, so make sure to find something that you feel you are very secure in using. So if we know the ranges our opponent want to press certain buttons at, there are so much easier ways to punish this if we know. One of CAN's best attack options are the JURI combos, so let's dive into them a bit and see what we can do when we block them. So when it comes to the light JURI and the medium JURI, they are both very minus on the block. The light JURI is -11 and the medium JURI is -7. CAN can follow up with a low attack, an overhead and also an attack that whiffs on crouching opponents. When it comes to the heavy JURI, it's the only one that is safe on block, and to figure which one that is, it's when CAN actually says JURI afterwards when he does it. So if CAN does light JURI into the low attack, we can actually punish in between, but if he does the medium one, he will counter hit us if we try to interfere. The heavy JURI into the low attack is a true block string and we cannot connect with a jab in between. The low attack ends with a -5 if it gets blocked, but an light flash kick cannot interrupt it and punish it. If CAN space it too poorly, we can actually reach him with a standing light kick. When it comes to the light JURI or the medium JURI, we don't need to care really if we want to do the flash kick, we can just do it. Because even if CAN tries to do a follow-up, he will get punished. And if he doesn't do a follow-up, he will get punished also if he doesn't space it super well. The light one you can flash kick from all distances. So this option covers both medium and light JURI into a follow-up also, and it can be a good option to use instead of the crouching light punch if he goes for the light into the low. JURI into overhead is -3 and is safe on block also. We cannot punish this, the low follow-up with a flash kick after if it getting blocked. If we choose to block the follow-up, the low follow-up, we can try to punish it with a standing light kick, as I said before, and we can also try to extend the combo and punishing him way harder. So if you don't want to deal with Can's JURI mix-ups, the only thing you need to remember is as long as it doesn't say JURI, you can unleash the flash kick or a level 1 if you want to. Just try to be aware of your meter management when you punish this move, because you can easily burn out trying to punish this. Lastly, we will look into Can's OD Air Tatsu, how it behaves, and what we can do to stop it. So Can only perform a Tatsu while he's jumping forward and not backwards or neutral jumping, only when he jumps forward. If Can space it good enough when he does it, he can actually cross up with it, and we can crouch block it if we want to. Even if we stand block, Can make it safe on block with the correct spacing. So our best option is to try to punish Can while he's still in the air, and there are a few options to actually beat it very clean here. We can anti-air him with a flash kick, also with an auto-corrected one, and also the crouching heavy punch works good. Standing medium kick, standing heavy punch, and down forward hard kick works as an answer. So there are a couple of options, but I do think that this one is the best one to use, the crouching medium punch, because you can be a bit mobile with it to correct yourself and also keep a bit of low profile while crouching and doing it. When it comes to air, you need to do the jump attack very early in order to beat it, really. And I don't think it's kind of practical to try to. So just try to stay on the ground and use an option that works good for you. And the flash kick works most of the time to stop it. One more advantage that the crouching medium punch have compared to crouching heavy punch is that we can react much later doing it. So as long as you try to stop him before he touches the ground, there are so many buttons that you can use. If you have seen that I have missed some things during this lab session that you think is worth mentioning, please do in the comment section below. So we have reached the end of this labbing session against Ken, and thank you so much if you are still watching. And I would appreciate if you could leave a like, and if you're new here, please subscribe for more upcoming guides and analysis videos like this one. And like always, shoot it!